In 2022, I lost a 250,000 naira editing gig, and these are 3 painful lessons I took away from that experience. And the funny thing is, I still see it common in the industry. I really wanted to make money, but I was in no way prepared to make money. The worst time to learn a skill is when you're in desperate and urgent need of money. One of the painful things you learn when working in the online space. So if you're new to the internet space or you've been in this internet space for quite some time, you understand that a period of your life came where you were not so prepared for making money. You really wanted to make money, but whenever opportunities approached you, there was this kind of hesitation, this kind of resistance, because deep down, you're worried that you can't deliver on this job. Now you want the money, quite all right, but you're scared. In your mind, you're already picturing how awful or how bad the project would be. If it's editing videos, you're already imagining them getting on calls with you multiple times, making too many corrections. And then because you want to preserve your esteem, that respect that honestly nobody is giving you, you just don't want them to see you finish. That was exactly the position I was in. I really wanted to make money, but I was in no way prepared to make money. And like I said in the beginning of this video, I lost 250,000 naira. And the painful part is they were not looking for someone with 10 years experience or 5 years experience. They just wanted a simple basic expertise. And I still lost on that because I didn't know how to deliver on that skill. I didn't even learn the skill at all. Now that drove me, that unlocked something in me, because honestly, one of the painful things you learn when working in the online space is you have to learn lessons on the go. And most times you pay for these lessons with either your time or lost opportunities. And trust me, lost opportunities are the most painful way to pay for lessons. The first lesson I learned is start with anything. Now, when I mean anything, I mean YouTube videos, TikTok tutorials, Instagram videos, Instagram reels, whatever it is you can lay your hands on. Start with that thing. The mistake I made was I was waiting for a course. I was waiting to save up money or for someone to give me money so that I'll be able to purchase a course on this particular skill or on this particular business. That was the mistake I made, and that opportunity met me before I got that course. And the crazy thing is, I still didn't get a course to get good at that particular skill. It was with free resources and access to some coaches that I got access to these coaches because I had started practicing what I learned from these free resources. That was the only way I was able to master this particular skill that I lost 250k on. Very painful. So I see most people, they are waiting for courses. Whenever you meet someone, see what online skill do you have? You're like, I'm still planning to learn copywriting. There's this course I saw, it's 50k, it's 25k. I'm still trying to see if my uncle can give me. I'm still. It doesn't work like that. Let me even give you a brief story. Now I'm a business consultant, yeah? And I've worked with multiple business owners. The funny thing again is I have never gotten a business consultancy course. I've never gone through a course I paid for with money to learn how business is run. I started I never knew it was a consultation call. My own is I just had this love. Of course, I've been going through multiple videos online from Alex Hormozzi's videos, Dan Lok, Brian Tracy, all these people that give out free stuff online. I went through not all, I follow these people back to back. All right. So with that obsession, I developed this love for business. So whenever my friends, and of course, while we're still in school, so most times after these events, students are just pumped up and motivated they say, start making money online, start a business. So you just see someone that will come out of the blue, one of my friends, and be like, okay, I want to start selling this. Okay, I want to start doing this. But the first time I got on a call or I went through a process of building a business for someone was with my cousin, her baking business, right? And the funny thing is, I didn't take that as a consultation call. My own is, I just want to see how you gave me an idea. You told me this is what you want to do. My mind is already bubbling. How can we make money from this thing? And all this started because I was going through free resources. Now, let me even blow your mind more. After going through her business, we of course outlined a simple process, like a simple funnel. I honestly didn't know what a funnel was that time. But my own is, how can we get someone to see you, trust you, and then pay you? That was all like the basic thing, right? And from there, I got on free calls with most of my friends. And this was just to give them value, right? My second client, at that time, I didn't even know she was a client, was my friend. I was on the call with her for like 2 hours where we outlined how she can start her fashion. She wanted to create an ebook on fashion or something, I can't remember. But we were on the call. I was literally outside. We got on that call. After it, I was fulfilled. She would go ahead. Most of them, Honestly, most of them didn't even go through with everything we talked on the call. So we can spend hours on the call. And at the end of the day, that person, when you meet up, when you follow up on that person the next week or next week, they'll be like, oh, exams came up, oh, this came up. And it will hurt me. But I didn't know I was still developing that skill of getting on consultation calls, of going through people's businesses, finding solutions to the problems they have in their businesses. I didn't get a single course for that. I started free. And I always tell a lot of young people who want to start businesses, if you're starting a business or you're learning a skill and you want to make money, it doesn't work that way immediately. It doesn't work immediately. The best way to get very good at a skill, both proficiency and monetization, is by giving it to some people, at least 10 people for free, right? That way, you have nothing to lose. You're not under that pressure to deliver. When you meet your friend and you're like, oh, you want to start a business, if it's for editing videos, you'll be like, send me your videos, I'll edit them for you. If they are not good, nobody dies. Everybody's okay. They might be like, oh, thank God I didn't pay you. But it's now your job to make sure that it's good. It's now your job to make sure you deliver with a free offer. Now, I always tell people this, you're never going to be as good as someone who has done, if you've learned a skill and you're going straight to charge money for it, you're never going to be as good as someone who has gone through the dirt in that skill. I'll give you an example. The first time after I learned video editing, I rushed to start booking clients and everything. And of course, clients didn't come. But the first client I met, I froze because I honestly knew I was scared. Like I said at the beginning, I was scared of what if I don't deliver? You know, all these thoughts won't be in your head when you're doing something for free for someone. Because what is in your head is, if it doesn't go well, thank God they didn't pay me. Do you understand? Like, nobody has anything to lose. You're the one that's taking the whole risk by spending your time. Their own is they just sent you the video, or they just got on the call with you, or they have nothing to lose. You have everything to. You don't have anything to lose, actually, just the time. And of course, you don't actually lose time when you're putting in practice, because at the end of the day, it builds, is your reps. So someone that reads books about drilling, someone that consumes videos about drilling, like literally how to drill the ground, yeah, when it's time for them to charge, they are not going to charge with as much confidence or as much experience as someone who has actually gone through the drilling process, understands how much time, pain, and struggle goes into that drilling process. Now, when by the time I started editing videos for some people for free, because I started for free, I saw the stress that goes into editing. I didn't even mince words when I was giving my price, because I just understand that I can't go through all this stress and charge you 5,000 naira. But before I started editing videos for people, 5,000 naira looked like a big deal. If you're telling someone you're charging the person 5,000 naira or 10,000 naira or 15,000 naira, it was after I had gone through the pain. You just know it by default. You're now saying your price not because of, oh, this is my price. You're saying this is what I charge because I'm spending time, energy, I might even spend money to deliver the kind of results I know you want. Do you understand? So there's this kind of confidence that comes by offering value for free. You're not giving it you're never losing when you're giving out something for free at like beginning. Do you understand? So that's what I always tell people. Start with anything. Start with YouTube videos. There's a lot of content on YouTube. Any course, anything, any skill you want to master, start by consuming free resources on it, because it tailors the way you even spend your money. I'll tell you why. By the time you've learned the basics of video editing, by the time you've learned the basics of sales and marketing, you're no more looking for courses that teach the basics. You're not looking for courses that will optimize what you know already. Meaning you're not going to be very selective. You're not going to be the one that spends 35,000 naira on a course, and after going through it, you're not fulfilled because it didn't teach you everything. Before you spend your money on something, you're not looking out for what you want. You don't want the general sales and marketing, the general video editing, the general YouTube content creation. If you're not looking for a course, you're looking for how to design thumbnails, how to optimize your YouTube titles, how to, create hooks. You're no more thinking of how to post a YouTube video or how to create a YouTube channel. That's on YouTube, all right? That's on Google. That's with free resources, okay? So start with anything. The second lesson I learned is be prepared for anything. Now, I see most YouTubers, I see most young people, business owners, you get so consumed with creating content that you forget at the basic, at the core, what is the reason you started what you started. Most people create so much content, they forget whenever if you I've messaged some people, like I've met some business owners who I consult with, and when I ask them, okay, how much do you charge? They are hesitant. They'll be like, oh, I charge this for this, or if the person is ready, I can do it for this. They are not sure. Why? Because they are not prepared for it. And that's the mistake most people make. When you're creating content for your business, at the very core, you should understand that you are here to promote your business. If you want to be a content creator, you can go to TikTok and start creating dance videos. But you as a business owner, every single thing you're doing is strategic. Business is a game of strategy. Nobody does it for fun. Even people that do it for fun at the highest level, they still have goals. They still have the strategy that they follow. See, you're not a content creator. You're a business owner who uses content to promote your business or your product. So you can't come and say, oh, you join other people that they say, post something online. Just make sure you're showing up. That advice is not for you again. If you're posting, it has to be strategic. You have to tie it down to your product. You have to have that kind of thing where, in Money Heist, they had this plan, this board of every single thing that was going to happen, at least predicting it. So every single action they took inside the bank was pre-known. Do you understand? That is the way you should be as a business owner. Every single content you put out, every single thing you say should be strategic. Now, this is what I always tell business owners. Create the problem, find out the problem you want to solve, the target audience, the customer avatar, build your product around it, provide it as a solution, and then create content around it. I'll give you an example. I have a course, the Creative Entrepreneur Sales Blueprint. It's for business owners who want to scale from 6 figures to 7 figures per month. Yeah. And there's a step-by-step blueprint inside that course where I taught how you can go from zero. You've not made anything online. How to go from zero to making at least 300K, 500K per month. Yeah, as a beginner. Now, when I'm creating content, I don't create content just so that I can create content. I created memes. Literally, I created memes for my course. Now, these memes are funny, they are entertaining, but they are tying down to my course, my product, my business. You will never see me post a trending meme or whatever randomly because I want to post it on my business page. No, if I post it at all, at the end of the day, it links back to my business. If you're a service business owner, when it was Grammy Awards time, you could create a post, an interactive post or an educational post on how the Grammys work. You can bring out, at the end of the day, when you're teaching or when you're posting that Grammy Award video or Grammy Award post, at the end of the day, it ties down to probably you're pulling out personal branding tip from it or sales and marketing tip. You're showing how they're able to pull in this amount of figures, this amount of audience, and how someone can use your product to do it. Now, I literally have memes of Aki and Popo. There's one he was doing his business. This is business. And at the top, the text on the meme was an entrepreneur on the second week of going through CESB. That's my course. Now, it's entertaining. Yeah, it appeals to entertainment. Someone can watch it and laugh and react. But that question, someone can also say, okay, what is CESB? It's still tying down to my product, to my business. Okay. So whenever you're creating content, start by having that core purpose, that core idea, then now build around it. Build interactive posts, build entertaining posts, build educative posts, inspirational posts, motivational posts. All of them should be around that main core offer that your product or your business is here to serve. Okay. The last lesson is learn early, not when you're desperate. I always tell people you can never learn a skill properly when you're in need of money. The worst time to learn a skill is when you're in desperate and urgent need of money. Now that applies to two people because there are some people and honestly, the second group of people are very, very minute. They are very, very small, like niche, right? Majority of the people, when they are in desperate need of money, when they're in urgent need of money, they can't focus. Whenever you see yourself making payments for a course because you need to make money right now, you're not going to focus. You're not going to pay rapt attention to learning that skill because honestly, skills take 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, depending on the skill. Okay. Now, for the second group of people, there are people that are motivated by lack. There are people that are motivated by urgency. That's if I need this money right now, and you've told me that I need to learn this skill to make money. Once they make payments for that money, that urgency is there, but it motivates them to pay more attention to get this done with so that they can make this money. But they are very, very few. It's not everybody that's wired that way, right? So I didn't fall into this trap actually. I built, most of the skills I built were unconsciously. It's safe to say that the best time to learn a skill is when you don't need it, urgently. It's best to say that, especially for beginners, because as a business owner that is making money already, like 6 figures, 7 figures, you learn skills when you need it, when it's relevant to your business. But that way you're not learning it to make money because you've already had like steady income. right? So the worst time to learn a skill is when you're hungry, or when you want to make urgent 2K or urgent money, urgent cash. Whenever you see yourself in that boat, there's always an escape way. Ask yourself, this thing I'm running for. Most times I see people, it's a phone, very, very ephemeral things that is putting them on such a hot seat. Like, people put pressure on themselves by themselves, right? You see someone buying a car and you think, oh, it's my turn to buy a car, so I need to learn a skill. And you're now optimizing to make your first 30 million naira from one post, or from 2 posts, or from 3 posts. That's why you get scammed. That's why you go and you burn money on forex, crypto, web. Yeah, these are things that work, but they work for patient people who are ready to put in the work, gain the right experience, and then leverage on these two things. Okay, I believe I've helped you. If you're a 6-figure business owner, you're looking to scale to 7 figures, and you've still been battling with it, I created, after spending a lot of time with multiple business owners, I discovered that there are 5 core common challenges or roadblocks that 6-figure business owners face before they scale to 7 figures. And honestly, most of these roadblocks, each of them took like 2 to 3 weeks for every single business owner I worked with to scale past or to overcome. So I've outlined these 5 core roadblocks on a PDF. I would link it in the description. Fill out the form. You get it. I outline how you can identify these problems for yourself, fix it, and then scale. Okay, so I'll link it in the description. Click on download it. It's free. And if you're a young business owner who you've not started making 6 figures, but you're optimizing to make 6 figures, you want to start making more sales, I spent 60 minutes with young business owners like you, where I outlined the 5 steps to take to 5x your sales in 30 days. 5 steps to 5x your sales in 30 days. The feedback I've gotten from this video has been amazing. I'll also link it in the description. Go and watch it and gain value. Do it whatever you want. It's my gifts for you. As usual, share this video with just 3 of your friends. No more, no less. And if you got value from this video, hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. As always, where you are right now, it's not your final destination. I shall meet you at the top. But for now, lock in and represent. God bless.